Well, good morning, Long Beach. I want to just begin by noting that we're joined today and this morning by Pastor Gregory Sanders, who's going to say a few remarks. Also by our Director of Health and Human Services, Kelly Colopy. We also have Councilmember Roberto Garcia, who's shared with us. And most importantly, we have just right behind us the amazing team, many of the women and men who every single day have been working to keep people safe, to give out vaccines, to contact trace, to ensure that we're doing everything we can to beat this pandemic. We are here this morning really just to take note of a very tragic and somber milestone. Just this last Friday, Long Beach reached over 1,000 deaths due to this pandemic, and as of today, that number is now 1,002. This deadly virus has been the leading cause of death in Long Beach for the past 18 months. We had our first death back in March of 2020. By January of 2021, that number had reached 500. Every single person that we have lost in our community has a story, has family, has friends, and their life has absolutely mattered. I've said it before, and I think it's important to continue to repeat that this is by far the largest challenge that we have ever faced as a city. The pain that comes with loss is very deep, and it's important to recognize that that pain is shared not just with family and friends, but also with doctors and nurses and our team at the health department. I want to just, on a personal note, share with obviously those that are watching and those that are here, that I also understand what personal loss this moment means, having lost both my mother and stepfather. It's not something that one gets over quickly. It's everyone deals with grief in their own way, and I certainly have as well. But it's important for me personally that I cherish their memory, just as it is important for every family to cherish the memory of the loved ones that they have lost. So today, while we are remembering and honoring this time, we also celebrate the lives that they led, which we know brings us comfort and joy. Now, for the past few days and through this evening, our city facilities and landmarks will be lit up in white lights to honor those that have passed. And earlier this year, I'd asked the City Council to come together and put together plans to create a permanent COVID-19 memorial to those who we have lost. This memorial will honor their lives, the sacrifice of those in our community, and be a focal point to express grief, an opportunity for the community to come together and mourn in their own way. The process of planning that permanent memorial somewhere in our city is just starting, and we're very grateful for everyone that's kind of outpoured their love and support in that process, and we expect the entire city to be involved as we build this memorial. The city is also beginning to announce a digital memorial process that's now going to be available online. We're going to be asking the community to submit photos, remembrances of family, of friends, and these photos and stories will be shared online and then also be part of the larger memorial project as a place where we have information and shared stories for the COVID memorial to be built. I want to remind folks as well that the loss of life would have been so much deeper had it not been for our frontline workers and our doctors and nurses in our hospitals. They are absolute heroes. We want to thank everyone in our hospital and care system, including our health department leaders, for their incredible work. Dr. Davis, of course, who is here, has led our team here at the city. I want to turn this over now to Pastor Sanders, who is going to lead us in some moments of reflection as we remember and honor now the 1,002 folks that we have lost from our city. Pastor Sanders.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. I stand here today along with our mayor and our Health and Human Services Director, Kelly Copley. But I also stand here today as a voice echoing our amazing work of our Jewish and our Catholic, Muslim, Buddhist, and Baha'i faith communities here in Long Beach. And we collectively are the trustees of heartfelt expressions of love, support, and hope for families of our city and around the world who are grieving the passing of their loved ones from all of life's conditions, but on this day, particularly with the emphasis of COVID-19. We gather today to honor and recognize the now 1,002 souls succumbed to COVID-19. We also recognize the impact of losing these precious women and men is not only felt by their immediate families, but also by their neighbors, their co-workers, and their friends. And we dare not forget the many physicians and nurses, first responders and caregivers who loved on them during these painful stages of life transitions. So we're asking God, of our God of compassion, to be close to those who are navigating these unforgettable sequences of grief. Your houses of worship would like to remind you that you are not alone in your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, or your necessities. We will continue to be spiritual bridges of faith, prayer, emotional support, and resources over these troubled waters that we call COVID-19. Long Beach, we're not a people born of fear. We're a people of courage. We're not a people who protect our own families. We are people who also protect our neighbors' families. And we are not people of avarice. We are people of generosity. So let's remain vigilant in our care, concern, and protection of each other. Remember, upon the conduct of each depends the fate of all. We stand together in loving unity while facing forward during these times of grief and loss. So powerful is our light of unity that from the LBC, we can illuminate the entire earth. As we are the curators of everything precious, may the Lord strengthen and guide us through our seasons of mourning, both individually and collectively, with His grace, His mercy, and His loving kindness. Kelly Copley, I will turn the mic over to you.
Good morning, and thank you, Pastor Sanders, for your words of wisdom, and to the mayor for highlighting our health department and our team. We are joined by some amazing healthcare workers and frontline staff who are doing incredible things each day to keep our community healthy. I want to call out a few of them. So Sandy Wedgeworth is our public health emergency manager. She's been leading this effort throughout, and she's been with the city for 22 years. Her job has been tough. She was the first person early on working in the pandemic to secure emergency supplies and to oversee all the folks standing behind us, except for maybe Tom, to handle, to do our work. We also have with us today Gabby Hurtado, who is our queen of vaccine. When the vaccine was scarce in the early days, she was the one who advocated on the city's behalf so that we could meet the need. She continues to make sure the process is as seamless and as equitable as possible. And Nora Belangi is our epidemiologist with the city. Her team tracks and analyzes the data we use every day. She is also one of our 6 authors, all of whom worked for the health department, who recently authored a study published by the CDC on COVID. This team behind me has spent many sleepless nights beginning at the onset of COVID-19. They are truly committed, passionate, and really, really smart. I'd also like to recognize Dr. Anissa Davis, your health officer, who is my key partner in this pandemic response. I am so blessed to be part of this incredible team. Like the mayor and Pastor Sanders, I was hoping we'd never reach this day. For each person who's lost their life to COVID-19, dozens have grieved. I know that many of us standing here today have lost family and friends, and it breaks my heart and truly frustrates me. In the early days of the pandemic, we lost so many because we did not have a vaccine. We had 935 people who were lost. My children lost the man they considered their grandfather. We have lived it as a family. With vaccine, we all held hope that people would be safe with the COVID-19. we have become safer. In the past 5 months, we've lost only 67 people. And I say only because it is comparison to the tragedy of the first months. But that is 67 more families and their friends who are grieving. We keep pushing hard to get everyone vaccinated because we know it works. I know so many are tired of hearing us. We're tired of hearing us. And people are making decisions thinking they'll be fine without the vaccine. I know one of these people, and now this person is lost to me, her family, her friends, and her colleagues. The grieving and trauma have been great. People share stories of family and friends with me each week talking about the loss, and it is heart-wrenching. The impacts have been great. Nearly all cases, though, of those who become really ill and hospitalized or losing their life in the past 5 months have been people who have not been vaccinated. And this is the most frustrating part to the health director. Vaccine is just so important right now, especially in the face of the Delta variant. I know we've been in this space for a long time, and everybody's sick of talking about it, but I can think of 1,002 reasons for you to get the shot. If everyone eligible gets vaccinated, we protect not only our own lives, we protect the lives of those we love and the lives of those we've never met. We are also protecting your loved ones from the grief of the loss. A person who has Delta variant right now, and that is the variant that is within the Long Beach, can infect 7 other people on average. Which means that, even if you just feel like you have a cold and you choose not to get vaccinated, you choose not to get tested, you might be spreading it to 7 other people, and 7 other people, and 7 other people. And then soon it's 350 people who have been exposed and who have the potential to be really ill. I can confidently say that everyone in our city who wants a vaccine can get one. We can help you no matter where you live, what language you speak, or whether you have a disability. We know the vaccine is safe and effective and is working in Long Beach and all around us. You can call us, 562-570-4636, or visit us. You can email us, or you can visit us online. We'll even come to you if you have mobility and transportation issues that makes it difficult to get to us. We have the tools in our hand to save thousands of lives. As your health department, we continue to work to do everything we can to keep people safe. A new health order was just released, taking our next steps to create safe spaces in areas where there's the greatest risk of transmitting the virus. We also have vaccine and testing available almost every day, and we'll continue to be here for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly, and for all your incredible leadership for our department as well. I want to now just as we close, just 2 things. The first is we're going to go ahead and do just a moment of silence as a community and as those of us that are here, just to remember the 1,002 incredible neighbors and family members that we have lost in this city, and for their families and their loved ones to know that we are thinking about them and that we love them. So if we can just do a moment of silence, please. Thank you. And I want to also just say that I know that our health team and our doctors and our nurses are waking up every single day and working really hard to ensure that we don't lose more life in our community. To those that are out in our city that are hurting and that are feeling the same type of grief that certainly I have felt, or others, just please know that we all will grieve in our own ways, and that this is going to be a process for all of us, and to do everything we can every single day to save as many lives of our family members and our friends as possible. So thank you, and let's continue to remember. I think I and the community look forward to honoring all of these amazing folks in a very special way in the months and years ahead. Thank you.